So now this next set of slides is going to be about cellular respiration and what products are given off, what things are taken in as reactants. And so I'm going to go through these slides one at a time. Now do them and then I want you to look at the screencastify. That's why I'm making them. Check to make sure that you did it correctly because knowing what goes in and out in cellular respiration is going to be really important when we get a couple slides down. And being able to recognize how cellular respiration and photosynthesis are related are the whole point to this part. Okay. So when we look at cellular respiration, remember we said cellular respiration was the opposite of photosynthesis. And so because the reaction is opposite, so are the materials that go in and the materials that go out. Okay, so when we look at cellular respiration, we know that this occurs on the organelle called the mitochondria, right? And so there are a couple things that need to go in. Well, oxygen needs to be part of this equation, and the need for oxygen in our cells is the reason why we have to breathe, right? You don't have enough oxygen, you die. And you die because your cells can't undergo cellular respiration and you can't get the energy that your body needs. So, what does it use the oxygen with? So, what it uses the oxygen with is what plants make during photosynthesis. Remember, I just said they're opposite reactions. So, one is building up glucose and the other is breaking down glucose. And if you look at the beginning of the slide deck, I put this little silly thing up here and it says cellular respiration, break it. In the photosynthesis one, it said make it, right? So photosynthesis is a building up of something, whereas cellular respiration is a breaking down of something. And what is it breaking down? It's breaking down glucose. Okay, so what do we have then for materials coming out? So when the glucose gets broken down on the mitochondria, your body releases as a waste gas carbon dioxide, right? That's what you exhale. It's carbon dioxide. You exhale it so you can get rid of it. And you also exhale, we talked about this before, you exhale water vapor. Okay. And remember that water vapor is the reason why when you breathe on a mirror, remember this, when you breathe on a mirror, the water vapor condenses because the mirror is colder. And that tells you that there's water vapor in your breath, right? When you exhale. So carbon dioxide gets exhaled, water gets exhaled. Those are actually waste products. The big baby of this is that when these bonds are broken, remember this is a chemical reaction, so the chemical bonds are being broken in glucose. Those get broken, and what gets released is energy. And remember that is the whole point of cellular respiration is to get the cell energy. So oxygen and glucose go in the mitochondria. Chemical reaction occurs between those two things. What comes out? Carbon dioxide and water as waste gases. And then the big thing we want is energy. Okay, so I hope this helps do the next few slides.